Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can tell by the title, it is another story time. So I have only did one story time on my channel, and that's my first fight. So I was like, let me do another story time because y'all, I have some stories to tell.
Everything nice. Talk to me nice.
Video did really well. Like, I think it's one of my top videos on my channel. But anyway, if you want to listen to this story time, stay tuned. But first, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscription button as well as the ring right next to it so that you'll be notified whenever I post my next video. And let's jump right into this video. This story time is about my sweet 16. Okay, so I'm 18 now, so that was 2 years ago. Where do I start? Okay, so I was turning 16 and I wanted a big, like, you know, I didn't want to have like a party, like, because I didn't really have that many friends, and I was like, nobody's gonna come to my party or whatever. So whatever, I just did a sleepover. It was supposed to be me and my friends, and we were downtown in Atlantic Station. If y'all hear my brother, I'm sorry, but we was downtown in Atlantic Station or whatever because my hotel was at the W. So I thought I was just doing it big. My hotel was so freaking beautiful. Like, it was so beautiful. So we had the hotel, it was cute or whatever, and yeah. So everybody met at the hotel or whatever, and so first things first, we was just going to walk around Atlanta Station and, you know, just be teenagers. It was like me and a whole bunch of my girlfriends or whatever. No boys or nothing. Let me explain my friends to you guys. So-called friends. So I had this one friend. We gonna call her... I had this one friend, we're gonna call her Apples. And okay, so Apples, every time Apples went somewhere, she always had to be with a boy. It was just like Apples was the thought, and Apples, you know who you are. Anyways, so Apple, she just, everywhere we go or whatever, even now, I'm not even speaking on my birthday, like if we'll go somewhere else, if I'm hanging with her, it will always be like, have to be a boy. It will always have to be like a boy involved. Okay, so everybody knew Apple reputation. Everybody always called her, you know, a thigh or whatever. We're gonna just say thigh. But at the time, that was my friend, so I always felt like I had to stick up for my friend because, I don't know, I was young. I don't know. I guess I was like a follower. But anyway, so I still hung with Apple. That was my girl, not gonna lie. Because I knew Apple ever since elementary school. Okay, so anyway, I invited Apple. My mom was kind of like, you gonna invite her? Like, my mom really didn't want me to invite her, but I was like, Mom, that's my friend. And you know your parents are always right. So listen to your parents because they know and they can spot a fake friend when they see one. Anyway, so I invited Apple. Apple had a best friend, and Apple's best friend... Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm missing a whole... I had a whole photo shoot, y'all. I had a photo shoot. Saying Apple's had a best friend, and her best friend came. Okay, so me and Apple's best friend, we're gonna call Apple's best friend Cotton. Okay. Me and Cotton, I mean, we wasn't really cool, but she was a cool girl. Like, she's really funny, she's really cool or whatever. Still to this day, I don't have a problem with her. Like, she goes to a whole different school now, but if I see her, I'll say hey. So anyway, I invited Cotton, Apple's best friend. So let me rewind back. I had a whole photo shoot, y'all. Like, I would put my photo shoot right here. Okay, so I had a whole photo shoot or whatever. So everybody came to the photo shoot or whatever. We took pics. Okay, boom, we left. So that's when we went to Atlantic Station because my hotel was down there. And like my hotel, I think like the W in Atlantic Station, like you could walk around and your hotel is like you could walk to your hotel or whatever. So, okay, boom. So I invited Apples and Cotton. So then you have, okay, so at the time, these are my two best friends. And they're no longer my best friends, but I am still cool with one of them. I'm not talking about Jalen because at the time me and Jalen, we weren't, I don't think we were cool then. Like, I don't even know how me and Jalen became cool. But that's my bestie. Anyways, so at the time, I didn't even know Jalen. So I had my other two besties, And I could say one of their names because we're still cool, and it's Ava. I had Ava, and we could call the other girl. We could call the other girl Cindy, okay? So we got Cotton, we got Apples, and we got Cindy, and we got Ava. We saw, but we went to the movies because, you know, in downtown Atlanta Station, they have a movie theater down there. So this is where everything began. So Apples was like, this is how the plan was supposed to go. So I had a boyfriend at the time, but he's no longer my boyfriend. So I think I was like, y'all can invite y'all boyfriends or whatever, or y'all friends or whatever, to the movies, but that didn't work out or whatever, because I don't know what happened with the boys and why they didn't come. I honestly can't remember. I had a group of friends. So my group of friends, I told them to go ahead and get on the elevator before me and go ahead and go up to the room. So they got on the elevator or whatever, and it was like no room for me and my cousin because we had stuff to hold or whatever. So they went upstairs. I'm thinking, okay, everybody's in the room now. It's just me and my cousin left. Like, we better go in the room now. After we split up, I don't know what's happened, but everything fell from here. So I was like, okay, we gonna go upstairs now because we think everybody upstairs. So we go upstairs, and I'm walking to the room just happy, ready to turn up in a hotel with my friends and all of this. Now, mind you, in the hotel, it was my mom, my grandma, and my aunt. So my aunt was my grandma's sister, so whatever, they like, you know, of age, okay? So my grandma, she opened her door like I was knocking because I gave them the key. I was knocking and I'm waiting for somebody to open the door. I'm just like, hello. So my grandma opened the door. Y'all, when my grandma mad, like everybody knows when my grandma mad, my grandma is furious and she will not stop, y'all. So my grandma opened the door and she was mad, y'all. I'm just like I knew she was mad because she gave me this stare, and I'm just like, what's wrong with you? So she's like,
where are your friends?
and I said, what? She was like,
where are your friends?
so I'm just like,
they in the hotel, right?
like I was confused, I was scared, I was just like, what? She was like,
they not in this hotel, they out there being grown.
whatever, you know that. So basically, my grandma was saying like they was being grown with some boys, da 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 da. So I'm just like, okay, let me go find them because I don't know where they at. So I guess my grandma thought I was lying, but I really didn't know where they at. So I kept calling them. Nobody was answering the phone. Nothing, like, nobody was answering the phone. So when they wasn't answering the phone, I was just getting in trouble because it's just like, you need to keep up with your friends and you want to be responsible, or you trying to grow up but you can't keep up with your friends. So like, where they at? So everybody just yelling at me, and y'all, like, I had on makeup. I was crying. I'm still calling. So they finally came back up to the hotel or whatever, and I'm just like,
Where was y'all at? Why was y'all answering the phone?
they was like, we didn't hear our phone. Like, I literally called everybody's phone. So I'm just like, what they doing? They was like, we had to go back and get, I almost said her name. We had to go back and get Apple's jacket or something that they said that she left. I don't remember what they said that she left. They was like, we had to go back and get Apple's stuff or whatever. And I was just like,
Okay, well, y'all could have told me why all y'all had to go and all this. Like, I was just so freaking mad. Like, I was yelling at everybody because I had got in trouble for that.
so we all went in the room and everybody just quiet. Next thing you know, my grandma just coming in the room, just being mean to everybody. She was calling the girl Apples a HOE. Like, my grandma was just, she wasn't with it. Like, she was calling her HOE because she thought it was with some boys. She was calling everybody nasty. And I'm just like, grandma, chill. So, like I said, when my grandma mad, she just say anything and everything. So for the rest of that night, it was just crazy. Like, it was time for them to sing happy birthday to me or whatever, I didn't even want to eat cake. Like, my cake was so freaking pretty. It was so freaking cute, and I didn't even want to eat it because it was just like, after that, my mood was just done. I laid in the bed and I was just crying. And my dad and stepmom came in, and they was like, don't cry, it's all good, everybody's safe, that's all that matters. Because basically, like, my mom would have been responsible for everybody, like, if something would have bad happened to them. So they were just like, y'all need to stick together and don't separate or whatever. But okay, so then that's when, okay, I tried to let it go, whatever. I took my lashes off because they was hanging by the thread or whatever, and everybody was just like, okay, y'all, relax. So remember how I told y'all, like, my boyfriend and stuff was supposed to be coming to the movies, but they didn't make it. So that's when my boyfriend called me or whatever. I didn't have my phone. I was just like, I told one of my besties, I think it was either Cindy or Ava, I was like, here, get my phone or whatever. And it was like, what can we call him? We can call him Eddie. They was like, Eddie calling you, D, you want to come to the hotel? So I had to ask my mom because I'm only 16 and, like, it's just like a boy. Anyway, so my mom was cool with it or whatever, but we had to stay in the living room and stuff. And yeah, okay, so we're gonna skip to where Eddie came or whatever. Eddie came and he had his friends or whatever. So it was all cool. My mom and was in their room. Me and Eddie was in the living room. Okay, so I was telling my friends, like, y'all come in here with me or whatever, because I just felt like it was just me and Eddie and the boys. I'm just like, yo, come in here. Like, I was telling my friends to come in here. Everybody was like, no, because at this point, let me rewind back. When my grandma was yelling, like, she pissed everybody off. Like, everybody was mad, y'all. Like, and now that I look back at it, I would have been mad too if somebody's grandma was yelling at me, because my grandma was going crazy, y'all. But so everybody was mad. Nobody wanted to come in there with me or whatever. So I'm just frustrated at this point. I'm just like, okay, well, I'm gonna go home. Like, I was just so freaking mad because everybody was mad, and I felt like everybody was mad at me for what my grandma did. So so I was like, I went in the room. Eddie was still in there. I was like trying to tell her to come here, and Ava was like, I know, I'm finna. Hold on, y'all. This is my grandma right here.
Coachy!
Hey there.
Hey, sugar boy, what are you doing now?
I'm making a video about you. A story time.
You done got your dress.
I get it today.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So, y'all saw my grandma or whatever. I went back in the room and I was like, y'all, why won't y'all come back in here? So at the time, Ava she was calling her. She was like, well, she didn't call him yet, but she was like, I'm about to call my dad because your grandma doing too much. And so, y'all, back then, like, I have evolved so much. Cause like, y'all, I used to snap like crazy. And so I was like,
What you call your dad for? You do too much. You can just get out the hotel now. Like, I snapped on her. I was in the wrong, I know, but I snapped. So after that, everybody, and I was like, anybody else who want to go? Y'all can go right behind her. So everybody was just quiet. Nobody said a thing, and I just left out the room. I told Eddie, I was like, yeah, you can just go ahead and go because I'm gonna go to bed. Like, I was just pissed off at everybody at this time.
so they left or whatever. So that's when I put on my PJs or whatever. I took my makeup off and I got in the bed. So at the W, it's like you have a balcony on your hotel or whatever. So Cindy, Ava, and like my other friends that were there, they all went outside on the balcony. So it was only Apples and Cotton left, and yeah, Apples and Cotton left in the room or whatever. So like the way it's set up, my bed, we had two beds. The one I was in, it was right by the balcony, and you could hear everything everybody was saying. So they basically was just out there talking smack, y'all. Like, they was talking smack or whatever. And I just felt like I was so hurt. It was my birthday. It was like the worst birthday ever, y'all. Then I went to sleep, y'all. The next morning, everybody was up or whatever. And y'all, I did not want to get up because it was just like, I don't know if I was embarrassed. Like, I was embarrassed. I was sad. It was just like I'm at the cry because like I remember how I felt. like, I don't want to mess up my makeup. I just remember how I felt, and so everybody was up talking or whatever. So I did not want to get up, y'all, until it was time for me to leave that hotel. I don't know who said it, but they was like, she trying to feel like she sleep or whatever, like she not sleep. So I just got up and I went in my mom's room, and she was like, go give your friends your goodie bags, because my mom really didn't know what was going on. Cause after like Eddie them came over, she thought everything was cool, because after that she just went in her room and they never came out. So they don't know that I snapped on Ava or nothing. So she was like, give your friends the goodie bags or whatever and tell them to get ready to start going. So when I gave them their goodie bags, like I was just like, here go y'all goodie bags or whatever. Like nobody said thank you. I was like, okay, yeah, they mad. So remind you, I was in the bed, like I was talking to Cotton and Apples, and we was all cool with everybody else, like just, you know, didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. So I'm thinking, okay, we still cool. Okay, so we all get in the cars and stuff, and we come back to my house. So my house, I don't know if you guys watch my vlogs, but like it's like I have like a porch, if that's what you call it. So everybody stayed outside on my porch. The only people who came in here with me is my cousins. I had 2 cousins, and we went in my room. I'm just like, nobody want to come in the house or whatever. So they were just out there. By then my mom knew, like she knew some funny stuff was going on. She was like, what happened? I was like, a lot. I didn't want to talk about it. She was like, my mom was just like, okay, if they want to stay out there, that's cool. And my mom closed the door. Nobody told me bye. Nobody said nothing. They rides came. I don't know, probably left off my camera cut off or whatever, but they was all in my house or whatever. Nobody said nothing to me, and they all just left. Okay, so I didn't talk to nobody for the whole, it was Sunday. I didn't talk to nobody the whole Sunday. So hold on, y'all. Bless me. So Monday came and it was time to go back to school or whatever. So I'm in school. I'm thinking like everything cool now. Everything died down. So I walk in and like my friends right there. Nobody said anything to me. Nobody said anything to me. So I'm just like, what in the world? Like, y'all still mad? And then, like I told y'all, Cotton and Apples was talking to me. So I guess because like my best friends were not talking to me, then they weren't talking to me. You know how girls are. We not talking to her, so you can't talk to her. You know how girls are. So nobody was talking to me, y'all. So I remember like, okay, Sydney, my best friend, she would try to like talk to me, but when Ava and Cotton and Apples came around, like she would not F with me at all. So it was just like, dang, you supposed to be my best friend, and I ain't even do nothing to you. I snapped on Ava and not you. And excuse me, and you over here not even messing with me. Like, you was supposed to be bringing me and Ava back together, you know, if we all best friends. But it wasn't even like that. So we was in lunch or whatever, and we sat at this certain type of table every time at lunch. So when lunch came, I got my lunch and I sat down at the same table. Everybody else got their lunch and they sat on the table behind me. So I'm just like, wow, including Cindy, y'all. I'm just like, wow, like, this how y'all really want to do me? So y'all, I was so freaking sad. I sat at that table every day by myself for like 2 weeks. For like 2 weeks, yeah. Like, if I see my best friend sitting at the table by themselves, I'm gonna go sit over there even though I know they're not cool. Or I'm gonna just try to even work this out, like, you know. But anyway, I stopped getting lunch. I just, every day I came to lunch, I just sat at the table by myself, sad or whatever. So then it was like, we went on Thanksgiving break or whatever, and I came back and I met another girl and we became really, really cool. She was on the same chilling squad as me and we got cool. So that's when I started eating lunch with her or whatever. Y'all, I know how me and Jay became friends. Me and Lauren was cool. I started back going into the cafeteria because I wanted to eat lunch in the cafeteria or whatever. Because me and Lauren, we would eat lunch in our coach class or whatever. But one day I think Lauren wasn't here or whatever, so I went in the cafeteria, and one of the girls that I had invited to my party, because I had multiple friends there, I invited her to my party or whatever, and whatever. So I was like, let me go sit over there by her. We can call her Skittles. We gonna call her Skittles. So I went over there to go sit by Skittles and Jay. So from there, me, Skittles, and Jay just became really, really close. I was still cool with Lauren, of course. We was just really, really close. So a situation happened with Cindy and Ava, and they just stopped being friends or whatever. So Ava would go hang out with Cotton and Candy. Before I get into this part, if I say candy, I mean apples, because I was thinking like cotton candy, but you know, I mean apples. I don't really mean candy, because y'all like probably like, who is Candy? But candy is apples, what I'm talking about, and cotton is the same person. So yeah, so that's when Cindy tried to like come over there and sit by me, Skittles, and Jay or whatever, and I forgave Cindy or whatever, because it was just like, that was my bestie forever. Like, I thought it was forever, but that was my bestie. So we all started getting cool or whatever. Like, it became so bad between me and Ava and Cotton and Apples. Like, we started beefing. It was just a whole lot of petty drama, and this was all for my birthday. So it was I was saying it was just like a whole bunch of petty drama after that or whatever. So yeah, so eventually me and Ava became back friends. We're actually still good friends. She just called me or whatever, but I'm recording this video, so I told her I'm gonna call her back. But yeah, we cool or whatever. That's my girl forever. Me and Ava been through a lot, so it's just like, that's my girl. That's the story about my birthday and what happened and stuff. So yeah, it just, I'm not sad or anything about it, because it is what it is in this life. You're going to figure out who are your real friends and who aren't. Even though I wasn't in the right, everybody didn't have to turn on me like they did. But I'm over that. I'm on to new and better things. Like, I have real friends that I know who are my real friends, and I really love them, like, with all of my heart. You guys know who you are. But yeah, so like I said, I'm over all of that. No hard feelings to anyone, but I will never be their friend again or call them a friend. But I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If it was kind of long, I'm sorry, but this was the worst birthday of my life. Like, and that's like supposed to be one of your best birthdays, but I feel like everyone has that one bad birthday. Like, everyone has that one bad birthday, and this was my one bad birthday, and I hope this is the last bad birthday that I ever have. I'm 18, gonna be 19 this year. Turn up, nasty 19. Like, it's lit. It's lit. No fake friends, no none of that. But yeah, so if you guys like this video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.